I'm at about 9,000 feet in Idaho, heading to a couple mines. This one's the Ramshorn, that's down below. It's a quarter mile, as you can see how steep that is. The structure way down there, that's a tram tower. And you could see, or the tram base where they had the ore bins, and you can see the towers. They still have some of the cabling on them. I'm at 9,000 feet in Idaho, heading to a couple mines. This is a Skylark. It's got the bunkhouses. The new wood is their Park Service, Forestry Service is shoring up the structure so they don't collapse. They're pretty worn out. Down below is the Ramshorn, and we'll be visiting that on this video. This is a quarter mile, and the road up to this point, we drove up to 8,900 feet and had to park and then hike the rest of the way up. Not that far of a hike. The road was not fun. Basically, the road looks similar to this, but a little bit wider. To get to the Ramshorn, we just park outside a closed gate and walk up. But let's take a look at the Skylark first. Now, originally, this area was discovered in the 1860s for a gold deposit, but then a large lead-silver deposit was located. And it originally was, I think it was the Ramshorn. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you. And then the Skylark, and then they used a tram to connect the two, and then to connect it to the bottom part where the ore was then processed at a place called Bayhorse. See, you still got the stove down there in the bunkhouse. There's one of the tram towers, and you can see the pulley and the cable are still on it.
I can smell it.
So, and there's the work crew. They're trying to shore it up so that it can hopefully survive the winter. And they said they're going to be back up next year to try to stabilize it and fortify it a little bit more so you get to enjoy it if you do decide to hike up here. Came down from up there to show you this portion. This is where the tram system is. There's one of the pulleys that they would have had on a tower, so they had it up here for a backup. From what I read, what they did was they filled. That's the work crew making that noise. They would fill one tram bucket with ore from this mine, go down to the next mine, the Ramshorn, and then fill the bucket up the rest of the way. Isn't this cool, guys? Yeah. I'm hoping that they can save this. There's the tram wheel. You can still smell the grease. And a couple pulleys down the... This is really cool. Oh, there's the operator's pedal. That's cool. All right, let's go ahead and look around some more. Just making my way around the bottom of the building. Since this was built in the 1800s, look Look at all these square head nails that they used. That is really cool. Yeah, here's a small one. Isn't that neat? So this is the bottom of the tram house, or the powerhouse. What's neat is it's two separate buildings that were just connected with like a little alleyway in the middle. You got like a wooden trough there. It's like so hard to find any flat ground to stand on. That is just so neat. And look at the size of those timbers. This is a treat to see. This is underneath the bunkhouse portion. Some of the wood's giving way there. Cool. I'm still underneath the bunkhouse. You can see what we have to climb up, and this is all just loose dirt, shale. It's not making it fun, but it's worth it to see this. I need both my hands to finish the climb. Very careful. There we go. Check that out. That is cool. And there's the stove that I showed you from outside. Oh, excuse me. Nice shelves. Oh, little wash basin area. That's neat. So we got another door over here. Looks like a little stairwell. What do we got over here? Okay, so this allows you to climb out and head up to another level. You can see the stairs right there. Hiking back down to the truck. Those logs there are the original road. That is insane. Just think, these people discovered this silver mine climbing up that. Wow. A little winded. I saw this roof. I just climbed up this. There's no direct trail. Too bad it's collapsed. Would have been neat to see. So I got something else up there. But I'm heading back down because I want to hit the Ramshorn next. So before we did the hike up, we parked right here and we were playing with stuff, and we had like 0.12 microsieverts of radiation outside. And I went inside the mine. Yeah. I mean, it's fluctuating, but at one point we had it before the hike at 0.17 microsieverts. I wish this wasn't closed. It looks like it was closed up in 2010. We just came down from up there, the top part, Skylark. This takes us to the Ramshorn. It's supposed to be a 0.7 mile hike, which is not bad. Well, let me get going. It is a little bit steep if you do come, but it's a pretty easy grade, and that's our final destination. It's pretty. It's well worth it. Still making my way too, but starting to see Canterbury. There it is, Ramshorn. So you can see the tram cable, and you can see the bottom there where the lower tram tower is. And that's where we were at the beginning of the video, at Skylark. And that banging is the workmen doing some restoration work. Yeah, see? Skylark. Yeah, the first thing I pointed at, I made a mistake. The first thing I pointed at, it's a central tower. It's where that tower is, there's a tunnel up there, and that's where they would also load up the ore. All the tunnels in this area are sealed. They either collapsed them or barred them up. Oh, that's cool. Here. Better turn off the GPS. I recorded the entire track so I can give you guys profiles. All right. I'm just going to just drop my bag here. Let's go check this out quickly. Oh, the pump. So this must have been a pump house for them to get water. I needed both hands to get down that. All right. Well, let's go check out the bunkhouse. I'll come back later and determine if I want to risk trying to climb into that. I probably will. Well, let's get the bunkhouse done. Trying to pick my best route because my feet are just like slipping. I'm like looking at all this cool shale type stone and going, is there going to be, would there be fossils in here? Oh, cool. Stone fireplace. All right, you guys don't feel this. I do. That with the wind's blowing and it's shaking the entire structure. But this is where they have the potbelly stove or their oven or whatever they were using. Oh man, the slats. That's pretty cool. All right, I need both my hands. I'm gonna go ahead and look around a little bit more outside. Actually, first thing before I completely shut off is that right there is the access to get to the second floor. You see what's left of the stairs. So we won't be exploring the upstairs. That's okay. Now this one is newer than the Skylark. You can tell by the round nails, but they're still pretty machine rough. So this is early 1900s. So you know what this means. Green paint is probably arsenic. That's pretty cool. So when I was inside looking around, I went to one of the front rooms and I saw there was a room below. Might not be able to get up to the top level, or the upper stairs. We can check out down here. There's remnants of an old stair and walkway, but yeah, winter's kind of taken those out. Cool. Oh, cool. Let's see. Got some insulators. An old light socket. Big insulator. Oh, cool. This one still has some wire on it. Okay, that is really cool how that hunk of wood is holding up the entire chimney. That's neat. Let's see. Oh, look, solid ground. Maybe. Who knows? Ooh, okay. Nice stacking on the rock. Really cool. Well, I got to get myself out of here. I need both hands. So looking at it, so they had an ore cart. So must have been where they loaded up the ore into the tram buckets for the mines that are at this, or the tunnels that are at this level. I'm still debating. Okay. Now there's really no safe way to enter it. Yeah, there's no safe way to enter this. So I won't be going in there, which is sad because it looks like it has a couple transfer pulleys in there. Oh well. So I'm going to go ahead and hike back out. Then I'm going to drive down to the lower ore hopper tram tower. Before I leave, I'm going to have to do some more research. I think a later mining company came in and opened this all up. You got some timbering in there. It looks like the end of a mine. Oh, just heard that. In reality, as much as we know, there could actually just be a tunnel here. This might have actually been a tunnel entrance. And you can't really tell because they come in and they can blast them and then bulldoze them, and you never know that there was ever a tunnel entrance. Cool. Let me grab my bag. So this is the terminus. Just park right up there. So this is where all the ore came down the tram along each one of the stops and then was dumped here. Here's the road where they would have loaded it in wagon and then later on into truck. You can see the road right there. And these are counterweight buckets used to keep tension on the main frame. They would fill them full of rock and they were attached by chain or cable, and it would pull the unit this way so that the weight of the tram tower above was not pulling it, and both sides had it. So one was pulling, or both sides were pulling on each other. Now look at that. Isn't that awesome? There we go. There's examples of it. And with that, I'm bringing it to the end of today's video. This gets you excited to do some exploring on your own. Do it. Have fun. Be safe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.